This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a minute ago, it was Jameis Winston leading his Buccaneers out of the tunnel. They're on their feet here in Tampa as the Bucs get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. A look now at the Oakland offense.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old. Has always taken the game seriously. Has always worked on his craft. And you see evidence that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability, that's one big reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
Carr to throw on second down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. First down, Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. first down. Carr looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Ready, white 25.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Ready, black 22.
From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Brendan Hargraves was drafted out of Florida to be a starting corner by Tampa Bay, and they believe not in just his physical abilities, but also his confidence, and that proved to be true in his rookie year. Didn't give up much space to some of the elite wide receivers in the NFL, made plenty of plays on the football downfield, and showed the ability to recover if ever beaten on a route.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Ready. Blue 8.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue 80.
A give to Jones. And now running right through it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Ready. Blue 80.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 80.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue lady.
1st down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Ready. Black 22.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ready. Black 22 hot.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Jameis to throw it. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, now Carr. He's going to air one out. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So out come the Bucs now. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
Ready.
A first down throw for Winston. Forced out to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Ready. Blue ready.
They go play action. Winston throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Hey. Ready. Blue ready. 56.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. The linebacker that time, Emmanuel Lemur, in on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The give is to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 14 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that, because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
They disrupted already for 3 INTs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Carr now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Smith catches left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still third down.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
Get down, get down.
Carr to throw again. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Carr gives to Marshawn. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Carr now on 1st down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Carr now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Now Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are back within a score. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
4 down. Ready. Blue waiting.
Off the play fake, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Hey, ready. Blue, ready.
Play fake. Winston. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Winston now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Ready, blue, ready. Let's go.
Now Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Ready, go. 3 down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Ready, black 22.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to sling this deep down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 31 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Catanzaro now for the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Get down. 180.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Down. 280.
On On second down, Lynch. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Down. 185.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Monday, down. 280.
To throw again. Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Adam Humphries deep for Tampa Bay. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready. White 25.
On play action, Winston. And Winston lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Ready. Blue whitey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Ready. Blue whitey.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Get down. Get down. 185.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. Muscling free near the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Now, 180. Where's the hut?
Now Carr. Couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr, flush to his right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Get down! 185!
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he finds Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Play action. Now it's Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Carr. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Giorgio Tavecchio now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tavecchio puts this one through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready, blue lady. Start.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Jameis now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Ready, black 22.
To the air again with Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This is Jones. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground. Pretty much stoned them on that play and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd and short. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, get set. We're waiting.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action. Now Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Carr now on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They'll run with Lynch, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Carr. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing, no pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they forced them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. On the return, it's Ryan Smith. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. Ready. Blue ready.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
In our game has been Jameis Winston, who's been on target in the 1st half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. The 2nd half starts with a carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. A dump off to Sims. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Ready. Black 22.
Here's Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On 1st down, Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A Raider 1st down as Carr finds Cooper.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw, and Cook has it left side, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From midfield, here's Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake here on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Carr to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Mitch Unrein that made the tackle. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Winston now. Jackson's got it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
A first down throw for Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They'll run it with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
Hey, let's get it working. Ready. White 25.
Again, it's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. To throw, Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Ready. Black 22.
Now Winston. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage.
When it's 3rd and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception, like you said, just wanted to make sure that the ball hit the ground, and it did.
I'm going to call heroic anyway.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. Carr now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Get down. You ready? What's on?
On the handoff, Lynch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll run again with Lynch. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught, Nelson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a give to Lynch, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Get down, get down. All right,
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Ready, blue ready.
Here's Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Ready.
On play action, Winston. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Frosty Rucker getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The Bucs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Get down, get down. 180.
Now Carr. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Get down, get down. 180.
Shotgun now for Carr. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. He finds Roberts, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Now, 180.
Again, it's Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. 2nd
and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Down, 180.
Now Carr again. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Handoff comes to Lynch. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Ready? White 25.
From the gun, Winston. A dump off to Sims. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready? Blue ready. Boys hot.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, Winston. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Ready.
To the air again with Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll throw again. Winston looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jaquiz Rodgers there, and it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Jameis again. It's caught. Jones. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Blue ready.
Again, it's Winston. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Ready. Blue ready.
Jameis to throw it. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Ready. Blue ready.
2nd down, Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Ready. Blue ready.
Here's Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Ready. Black, where's that? Where's that up? Where's that?
To throw, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Ready. Blue ready.
Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. On one hand, as we look at some of his struggles with the 3 interceptions, he's got to be upset. On the other hand, they're still winning this game.
So how does he take care of the ball the rest of the game? That's what his teammates are interested in because they pick things up for him throughout. You got to look over the defensive side, the kicking game. Those guys have made it work for him. Now his goal, not mess up anything else down the stretch.
Yeah, forget about those 3 picks. Move on. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Lynch. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now it's Carr. And Cook has it left side. That goes for a gain of 31. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the give, this is Lynch. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Making the tackle, Keith Tandy.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And now look at him go. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Ready. Blue ready.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Mario Edwards coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready. Black 22.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston. Able to power through, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception. Wow.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cook. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he finds Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Carr now on 1st down. Roberts with it over the middle. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Get set. 185.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. It's a pretty simple formula, Charles. A field goal, all you need. That wins you the game.
And the most confident guys going out on the field to direct their teams, they've probably already talked to their kicker before they went out and let him know, don't worry, you've got a chance to be a hero in this one. I'll set you up, you just knock it through the post. His plan, get the team downfield and get them into position. They've gone over it many times in practice. That's how he's going to approach it.
And now on the sideline, everyone stay away from the kicker.
Ready. White 25. Where's that up?
They'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, let's get it working. Ready. Move ready.
Here's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Now Winston. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. White 25.
Winston to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. One final try now for Carr. Now a desperate... a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.